Seeing the best stuff, get ready for a unique showcase of tattoo culture and history. The Seattle Tattoo Expo returns next month at Seattle Center. Tickets are already on sale. Steve's in the Arc Lounge this morning with Damon Conklin, the owner of Supergenius Tattoo, one of the featured shops for the event. Steve.
And Tyra, I do want to tell you, I know that you were asking, Damon did not bring his gear today, so I'm not getting a tattoo today, okay?
Oh,
sorry.
No,
I heard a rumor about something,
yes.
you know, but
we'll just have to go visit him.
Some kind on the forehead,
Yeah, that's
maybe?
right. Yeah, or we'll just have to have him back.
Exactly.
And then
Yeah.
we can do that process.
I'm
I'll come to
ready
your
any
shop.
time for that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I've been thinking about it, so I think we're getting a little bit closer.
All right.
We were just talking to the commercial break that you've been in this industry for what, more than 30 years now?
Yeah,
So
just
long
over,
time.
yeah.
Take us back to what got younger Damon into the industry all those decades ago.
Funny thing is I never really aspired to become a tattooer. It's something that kind of evolved organically. I was doing video game graphics, fresh out of art school, and I got a tattoo. And one thing led to another, and I got another and another. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm getting a lot of these, and they cost a lot of money, and I can draw. And yeah, I just, another series of things. I got lucky and got a job at Slave to the Needle, best shop in town, within a really short period of time, and it just took off.
Amazing. What was your first one?
First one that I got?
Tattoo that you got?
It was as a tribal son, like everybody in the early 90s, you know, like, except mine was custom. You know, but yeah, it's
amazing. There's been a lot since then, but you have
and a lot has
A
happened
lot in the
since.
sleeves, yeah. So tell us a little bit about your shop.
My shop. We've been on Capitol Hill for about 23 years. We're on right now. We're next to Numos on 10th and Pike.
Yeah.
And there's 14 of us that tattoo there, so there's plenty of people and talent and personality and vibe. And you know, we're a fun shop that likes to communicate well with each other and grow as artists. And
when you've been at this for such a long time, is there a story that sticks out to you as far as somebody who has come in, who has requested something, and you're like, huh? Or where that you can share that's PC?
Right. So I'll be general where I need to and specific where I'm allowed.
Sure.
And so a guy came in one time and he said, I want to get Where's Waldo, and I want to get him in a particular place in between a couple places where the sun don't shine. And I said,
wow.
and I was like, and it was just on the after hours verge. We're sitting there painting, and I say, Rich, that's you, and I can't touch this.
Wow.
And so he does it. He goes to the cash machine. He gets the money. He does it. He comes back in 20 years later. Of course, I have no idea who he is.
Yeah.
I'm tattooing a client, like a regular client, doing a big piece. And he says, you probably don't remember me. And I'm like, you're correct. And he says, but I'm that guy that got Waldo. And my wife thinks I'm an idiot, but we get along great. And I still am glad I did it. And I just wanted to let you know that, you know, which is kind of, you worry about people like that sometimes. You're like, is that a really okay person with a sense of humor?
Yeah.
Or someone who really was, and it turned out great. He was happy, he looked good. He's
a happy customer.
Yeah.
I like that. So let's talk about this big expo that's coming up. That's what you're here for, of course, to promote that.
Yeah.
What should people expect if they've never gone before?
Well, I mean, there's going to be, easily a couple hundred tattoo artists in the building. There's going to be rotating entertainment on a stage outside. And so you've got this indoor-outdoor kind of like mixed environment vibe going on, which the Seattle Center has, you know, surrounded with greenery. So you've got music and vibe and artists, and there's a lot to see and a lot to do. And you can get tattooed, or you can just walk around and window shop, and you can hang out in the bar and drink and have fun and watch the entertainment. There's really a lot of ways to engage. It's super ADD-friendly entertainment.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. For somebody who is maybe, and we were talking about how I am sort of considering getting one at some point. I don't have any at the moment, but for somebody who is considering getting a tattoo for the very first time, and maybe they're going to this expo, is there something that they should do to prepare? Because this seems like a really good chance to have conversations with artists like yourself to figure out, who do I gel with the most? Who do I think could best do what I'm looking for? How should they prepare?
Well, get plenty of sleep and be hydrated.
Okay.
Just be ready to look around and meet a lot of people. Look for styles of art that you like.
Yeah.
Like nobody may be doing the specific exact thing that you want, but if you like Japanese artwork, look for tattooers who do Japanese artwork. You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, who you gel with.
Yeah, and if someone's super busy, try to let them be busy and try to meet them at a time where they're on a break or something like that.
Okay.
And, you know.
Is there anything that you would say to calm someone's fears about getting a tattoo for the first time?
I would say look at all the people that have them. And if we're talking about there's two kinds of fears.
Okay.
Fear of the commitment to putting something on your body,
Yeah.
which is probably even bigger than the other one, which is the fear of the pain.
Yeah.
But different people are different. If you're really afraid of the pain, look around you at all the people who have them and know that they can't all be tougher than you.
That's true. That's
Right?
true.
Right.
Put that in perspective.
Yeah, that's how I started a business. They can't all be smarter than me. I can do this. And then with the commitment thing, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know if I have a really good answer for that, but when you're really ready to make that leap, it'll happen. And for all the tattoos you get, they'll all pale in comparison to that leap of making the first time you get one.
And probably after you get the first one, you're like, let's do another one. Why not?
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah, it's like having blank walls and
Yeah.
you don't know what to put on the wall. And when you hang the first piece, you start to see the vision for the rest of it starts to unfold.
It's amazing to see.
Or maybe you're a sparse person and it's just that one,
Maybe it's
and
just
maybe
the one.
another one. You know?
Maybe it's just that one. Okay, so we talked about the expo. I also want to ask you about National Tattoo Day, which I think is coming up very soon. And there's a flash tattoo event that's taking place to celebrate this.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, you know, me and some of the other artists have drawn up some flash, which are the design sheets from which you pick when you're picking designs.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing them all day from open to close on, I believe it's Thursday the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do people get tickets to that and expo? Where should they go?
So for National Tattoo Day, that's a
just
first
free
come,
day.
first serve, you know. They'll all be priced as marked and all that kind of stuff. The Tattoo Expo, you can go through the website, and it's like $30 a day and $70 for the whole weekend if you want to do all 3 days.
Sweet, not too bad. Awesome. And you can get to chat with Damon here or many of the other talented artists. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, the pleasure's mine. Thanks
really
for having
fun.
me.
Yeah. Okay, Tyra, which tattoo are you going to get? Do you have one in mind? Would you get one?
I don't know. If I were to get one, I have no idea what to get. So I'm going to say no for now until I figure it out.
That's a safe answer.
But maybe the Tattoo Expo will give some inspiration.
There you go.
Yes, love that they're going to have those demos there too. Thanks, Steve. To learn more about the Seattle Tattoo Expo, we made it easy for you. Go ahead and scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you directly to komonews.com/hotlinks. From there, you'll find the link to the event's website.